Okay, well today we're going to talk about point-slope-intercept form. It's to write and graph linear equations using point-slope form. So we were using slope-intercept form. So now we're going to use point-slope. A1, 0.2, 0.4. So we've seen the standard before. Let's see it again. The point-slope form is the equation that takes the point and the slope to represent a non-vertical line. And that is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so we're going to see this again right here, so it's in your vocab as well. But the point you're going to get is x1 and y sub 1. Again, that's just saying the first point you're given. If we're given another point, then you'd be given, x2, y2. And that's just a second point that they would give you. Okay, m is your slope. Again, that's still, I've been trying to drill that. M is our slope. So we're going to follow this formula, y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. So we really have to know that formula. With the y1 and the x1 going to get filled in with numbers, and the m, of course, is going to get filled in with numbers. So once again, only y and x here are going to be the variables that will be left. Okay, so problem 1. Writing equation in point-slope form. A line passes through -3, 6 and has a slope of -5. So we're going to write the equation. Now we're going to just go ahead and write down the formula. That way we remember where everything goes. Okay, so again this is x1, y1, and slope of course is our m. So therefore I'm going to say y minus y1, which is 6, equals m, which is a -5, so make sure you have the negative, and then x minus a -3. Okay, so make sure that you put it as a -3. Then we're going to simplify this and write this as -5x plus 3. Okay, so to start, that's an equation of line. So they asked for an equation, which is really that's all you need. Now if they said for slope-intercept form, all we have to do is distribute the -5, so we get -5x minus 15, because it's going to be -5 times x, -5 times 3, and we get y minus 6. We're going to add 6 to both sides, and we'll get y equals -5x, and -15 plus 6 is going to give us a -9. So there would be our equation in slope-intercept form. So again, here's an equation in just any form, and then here would be in slope-intercept. It depends on what the question is. For right now, we'll go ahead and say this is our answer. Okay, so go ahead and do example 2. Go ahead and put it down into slope-intercept form after you put it in point-slope. Okay, problem number 2, graphing using a point-slope form. So here what we have to do is be able to decipher and pull out what our slope is and what our point is. So since the formula again is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, we're just going to pull out the information. Now slope's the easiest. It's a quantity in front of the parentheses, which in this case is 2/3. Now our point is going to be the x1, which is inside, so it has to be x minus, so it's 2, it's a positive 2, and then it has to be y minus 1, so it's -1, so it's 1. Now if that would have been plus 1, it would be a -1. So you have to have the y, you have to have the minus, and then whatever this is going to be our y1. So our point is 2, 1, so what we're going to do when we go to graph these is we're going to plot our point first this time. So I'm going to go over and plot 2, 1, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rise over run. Slope is rise over run. I'm going to rise 2, run 1, 2, 3. Rise 2, 1, 2, 3. Once I have 3 points, again that's the bare minimum, I'm going to connect my line. Go down here and get my arrow. There we go. And I'm just going to extend that through. And again, just so I do it on here and you guys do it on yours, make sure you're putting arrows on those. Okay, and that's it. So you just plot the point and use your slope to go from there. Okay, so it's very similar to slope-intercept form, except it's a point and the slope. Okay, so go ahead and give this one a shot. Make sure you pay attention to your slope. It is negative this time.